see, where am I? CCTV, and this is Unsurpassable Justice, hosted by yours truly, Brother R.A. The brother has a lot to say, and once again, enter into the palatial suite. Yes. I didn't forget. I know where I am. And we will continue with 365 Tao. And actually, none of this week, since I got through watching Hidden Colors and talking about melanin dominant people having more susceptibility to addictions, to drugs, and so on and so forth. Well, I'm showing that I don't need this to be as divine or reaching into my divination. I can do that on my own. Oh, shoot, I meant to call and tell folks tune in. Oh, well, if you ain't tuned in, you missed. Well, alright, so last week I ended with Scholasticism in the Tao. And yeah, Scholasticism in the Tao. So I left here and still had so much more to share during that show, and I had to go to the library and write down some of my thoughts. And let's just continue with, because 57 minutes is going to go by like that for Brother R.A. So let me go ahead and share the thoughts and share the DVDs and Scholasticism, read the Tao, and read the opposite page from Scholasticism, which is, let's make sure we get it right, marriage. Scholasticism and marriage. The Tao be heavy. So, it's 4/11/18, 3:11 p.m. at the library after show, Red Tao, 3:04 and 3:05. This is last week. And only read the top summation of Scholasticism. That's where I took a note to start here this week in Scholasticism. Relax at a higher state of awareness, knowing self, not serving outside of self, but developing, going into self. Being that one, that individual. Acknowledge how the letters are drawn. One, complete. And I wish to take a quickie side note there and show you my new gizmo gadget. And yeah, I went and bought one of these things. Can y'all see that okay? See, that is a circle, a magnet, and this is the yin-yang symbol. And this is a sphere with a sphere. So if you were able to watch in 3D how a circle goes around a circle, you could see that there's depth to that particular image. And it's not just a flat line circle or a flat line circle. And how would you draw the yin-yang symbol with a little bit of yin in the yang and a little bit of yang in the yin. How would you draw that? So dealing with the one, how is the word spelled? With a complete circle. O-N. And then the N, up and down and out. I mean, up, down, up. So coming into that one or coming into that N, reaching a particular height, coming down, and then going back up and out. And then the E, when you draw O-N-E, circle complete, up, down and out, and then E, a base with 3 lines reaching out. O-N-E. So, I just had to share that reading from last week's notes, wishing to continue. Acknowledge how the letters are drawn. O, no beginning, no end. Complete circle. N, begin, birth, up. Reach an apex, then come down to hit bottom and begin up again. That one, me. That one, me. Up, down, and up. Now you're up. Stop at the end of the line. So when you draw your one, or draw your O-N-E, does your line stop here? Or do you continue out into the abstract, the outer stratosphere? Y'all had to watch last week's show to know what the hell I'm talking about. So, now, will your up stop at the end of the line? Be contained? Be limited? Sorry, my line has no limitations. All this at the library, seeing an ad for a library having author Anthony Graves. Oh yeah, that's April 24th. Infinite Hope. Black man wrote a book. 12 years, death row. Had 2 slated execution dates. That's on a Tuesday after Tai Chi on the 24th, so I have to take these mental notes. Next Wednesday, bring my mirror. I brought my mirror, but yeah, this is going to be difficult to, let's see, here I am, trying to look into my own eye. Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work. I need to bring something where I can look into my left eye. Is that a better way of doing it? Can you see my left eye that way? Can you see me looking into my own left eye? Touching base with the sphere of my eyeball and the pupil. Next Wednesday, bring mirror. Marriage to myself. That's what I'm going to get to read if I stop running my mouth so much. To become one, an individual. individual, undivided within myself. Can you feel that? Undivided. Individual is individual. So, undivided within myself. Tapping to all aspects of my character. Tapping into my my one verse, my universality as a child of the sun, melanin dominant, with a balanced pineal gland, yin and yang. All yin has a dot of yang, and all yang has a dot of yin. Balance, equal level. Now, here, let's show this real quick. Here's my one. And here's my equal. How did, ooh, damn, alright, you ain't in the shot. You messed that shit up. Alright, so there's my one. Well, I drew my letters ass backwards anyhow, but there's my one and there's my equal. So, all of this is the line, the individual, tapping in. Are we stopped? One, O-N, the N, stop, contain, calcified, or do we reach into the abstract? Alright, we have so much to cover, so little time, and this is RA's real mind. I'm not even inebriated, drunk, high, or anything. So, level to the surface of the environment. Level to the surface of the earth. Relax. Go deep within. That is your divinity. Your divination. Becoming that complete circle. No beginning, no end. Becoming the one. This is a chess game of life. And I play chess and I practice Tai Chi. Me, Black King. In dealing with both aspects of myself, my yin and my yang. But also as a black king on the chessboard, outside the king and the queen are the bishops. And how do the bishops move? Oh, that's the church, the Pope, Catholicism. And you have a black bishop. I, as a black king, I have a black bishop and a white bishop. The black bishop stays in the black squares, and the white bishop stays in the white squares. And they move diagonal, slanted. That's not a straight line. Your rook moves in a straight line. That's my outer wall. But between my bishop and my outer wall, I have a knight. A knight moves like a hammer. In this chess game of life, for some reason I'm opposed, or it's been set up that the black king and queen is versus the white king and queen. there's many choices and options to move. I made the parallel things that Brother R.A.'s interested in. Last week I made reference to Master Heeds talking about my Tai Chi and my face being too hard, like I'm gonna kill somebody. Somebody being too intent. No, relax. Within myself, within my individuality and understanding my balance, my king, my queen, my yin, my yang, the balance within who I am, my individuality, my undividedness. Should I take anything away from anybody else who was born? Why should I take away? Okay, this is a game, it's a competition. But, there seems to be a mindset out here that I, even in my own language, talking about, oh, I'm a minister, I have to find the higher me. In my finding a higher me, that's not being higher, that's being more intimate and more internal. And tapping in to my undividedness, my universality, my spirituality, tapping into my divination. I'm going to get to Scholasticism in a second. 17 minutes into the show. Okay, alright. Dealing with all the levels of balance. Master Heeds, Roxbury Tai Chi Academy, Sage of Roxbury. You see him here on CCTV. He's now 75. That black man has shared so much knowledge and information with me. The significance of not only drawing the lines, understanding the individualism, but during the Tai Chi dance, there are 108 moves. 108. That line, that straight line again, that circle, that completed circle, start what you finish, finish what you start. Going deeper within. 108 postures with no transition. Slow meditative moves, 20-minute dance with the pelvis, all at one level. After that first move with you raising your hands, sunrise, sunset, bring those hands around and drop your pelvis and keep your pelvis at that particular level. That particular height through the whole 20-minute dance of 108 different postures. Each posture is healing to your kidneys, livers, heart, lung. Okay, you only have one liver. Your kidneys, your one liver, your heart, your lung, your spleen, and tapping into your divination or your pineal gland, your balanced liquid pineal gland. All is fair in love and war. What about my mind above and beyond your matter? My mind over your matter. What I think matters. Am I at war? Melanin dominant, black thinking man, father nature at war? The only war I'm having is balance within myself. How is balance drawn in a sphere? Can that be done in HD or 3D? How would you see the point or the dot of yang in the yin, or vice versa? Deep meditative thought. Listening to jazz music. That's what should be playing in the background, because I don't want to deal with copyright infringement. So you can go ahead and find YouTube and find that smooth jazz and be playing it in the background as you listen to this consciousness and delve deeper into yourself. Being relaxed. Taking your relaxation, or I'm working on taking my relaxation that much deeper into me, my divination, my divinity. I, the individual, the one. One say, like God told Moses, I am that I am. Now, that can be, let's show you. I am I am. I am that I am. What level is your consciousness of I? Where are you? How deep into yourself do you allow yourself to go? I am that I am. How do you see yourself? Media, medium, means of communication. What you see, hear, taste, touch, all means to influence your self-perceptions. Much communication share or teach. You are a God. All answers are within you. Sit still and mind over matter. What you think matters. Believe in your own thoughts. My mic's being, y'all getting all this? I gotta do video production and think about content. My media. All answers are within you. Sit still, mind over matter. What you think matters. Believe in your own thoughts. Raise your self-esteem. Have confidence in how and what you allow your mind to focus on. Think about balanced harmony and harmonic balance in full 360 degrees. that 3, boom, boom, 6, the 0 at the bottom of the stem, and do you reach the 3, 6, 0, or the 1, or the circle? You start and you finish and it's complete by a full 360 degrees. Think about balanced harmony and harmonic balance in full 360 degrees. By a full 360 degrees, we as human beings have the capacity. Why not utilize it? Tap into our divination, our divinity, our infinity, all within the depth of our thought. Focus on negativity, that which we are force-fed regularly. Is it made difficult for the individual, to see I am that I am? When you teach yourself to see I am that I am, you see a full sphere, 360 degrees, by 360 degrees of yourself. Now, are you capable of seeing yourself on the denotative level, the connotative level, and the abstract levels of self? I, the individual, the one, sees the damage, doubt, and lack of belief. I am divine. Yes, you are divine. It is all in your mind. We are the vines. All vines lead to its roots. Now, where are your roots, individual? I, one. Are you rooted in the one verse, the universe? The universe is divine. The vine, the mind. I am that I am. I, the universe, the one verse, I, the one. One, tapping totally in to myself on all levels of me. Relaxed at my core, at my care. Okay, I'm not going to finish all of that. I'm going to go ahead and share some more of these other thoughts. Hidden colors. I have to make reference. This came out, Hidden Colors, this series came out in 2012. It's now 2018. And I, Brother R.A., am just getting hold of Hidden Colors? I have to make reference to this particular bad words. The extent the white man goes through in dealing with his own father. I won't give out too much of the storyline, but it was an Indian young child, male, and an old white man, 40 years old, and because his father started this spelling championship or whatever, he found a loophole in the rules or whatever, but he started bonding with this young Indian male, and the young Indian male said something about, well, I'd like to have a woman, or I'd like to have a female. He's only in the 7th grade. And he makes a statement like a female that has nipples. And so the 40-year-old spelling bee contestant took the young Indian melanin-dominant individual out into the streets to introduce him to what was characterized as a black woman in her quote-unquote profession. And he pays the woman particular dollar figure to show the young 7th grade boy her breast to the count of 10. And the acting was tremendous, especially by, now, the Indian boy, the Indian male, he acted in when she revealed her breast, and he just looked. And I, as Father Nature, a melanin-dominant black man, do the two of them realize that they're melanin-dominant? He might be Indian and she might be a black woman, but he's looking at Mother Nature and her areola and her nipple and the circle, or the nipple within the areola, the circle within the circle, on a sphere, a woman's breast. Yeah, she had huge breasts. And I'm like, bad words. The extent a 40-year-old would go through in getting back at his father, but he takes this little young man out on an expedition, so now he understands what it really means. I mean, he didn't understand that women's nipples get hard and they get soft. And so sometimes the shirt lays flat, and he's only acknowledging when the woman has an erect nipple. I'm just making reference to the melanin recessive inbred mutant albino with the calcified pineal gland and the value structure of, am I at war? Am I fighting with this child of mine I had to inbreed? Well, that's bad words. Maze run. Am I in a maze run? I'm like, how did I come up with these? My chi, my energy, and then Lucky, Logan Lucky, and A Better Life. I had issues with this one. America, that, I had issues with that one. But okay, I got 30 minutes left, or less than 30 minutes. I'm supposed to be reading Tao, Scholasticism, and yeah, this week I have my sip of water. So let's continue with the Tao, picking up where I left off last week. And 138, Scholasticism. I read this portion last week, and I'm going to read it again and let you ponder the thoughts. Ocean inside a skull cup, seeking the universal code in letters. The mind is like a flower on icy water. And I within the petals. You know, when you see the sunflower. Now this is Scholasticism from 365 Tao, and Harvard that way, MIT that way, Scholasticism. Ocean inside a skull cup. Seeking the universal code in letters. Isn't that that little thing, that art up there at MIT, the letters, the human head, the configuration, and trying to define humanity? But then the mind is like a flower on icy water. Dealing with that sunflower, dealing with each one of those little individual dots inside the sunflower. As the sunflower opens up, and you gotta define each little dot inside the sunflower. And I, within the petals, is your eye, your vision, just one of those inside? Or is it the whole sunflower and the petals, and it has your thought been frozen? Contained? Let me read on. Time's running out. 37 now. The intellect is one of the thorniest problems for a spiritual aspirant. One cannot do without it. Indeed, it is essential. And yet one cannot allow it to remain totally dominant. The intellect must be fully developed before it is brought to a point of neutrality. Unless this is done, it will act as a block, and there will not be any ultimate spiritual success. Calm down. Scholarship is thus an important first step. Education is a means of gaining access to the conventional world, of satisfying our curiosity, and of avoiding superstitious tendencies. There can be no talk of delving into the philosophical mysteries if one has not even satisfied one's curiosity about nature, civilization, mathematics, language. But once mental cultivation is achieved, one must focus increasingly on a part of the mind that is far beyond the scholarly. The intellect uses discrimination, categorization, dualistic distinctions in highly sophisticated ways. By contrast, spiritual contemplation involves no discrimination, no categorization, no dualism. So, it is very little need for scholasticism. It is pure action that requires the totality of our inner beings. It needs pure involvement, not mere study. The proper use of the intellect is to give it free play, develop it to an extraordinary degree, and yet to leave it behind when spiritual action is required. A sage knows how to balance and combine both. Let's continue. 20 minutes left, less than 20 minutes. Let's go on to 139. Marriage. Wall of flames. Bridge of tears. Snowflake on newly forged links. For a marriage to last, a couple must go through great travails and hardships. It is like the process of forging steel links together. The iron must be heated to a high degree and then plunged into cold water. A marriage alternates between the heat of passion and love and the chilling times of tragedy, conflict, and adversity. An enduring marriage becomes like tempered steel. It is difficult to go through life alone. We all need support and the sense of belonging that comes from working towards goals shared by one another. For such a relationship to work, there must be a basic compatibility of values, outlook, and purpose. It is an inadequate cliche that the husband and wife must be friends as well as lovers. Two mates can know a loyalty found in no other type of relationship. Yet even in the face of such strength, Tao reminds us of the need for moderation. Ultimately, all relationships are temporary. False attachment to another can become an addiction, a voluntary bondage detrimental to clear perception. We should not bind another to ourselves, should not define ourselves by our marriage, should not force another to stay with us, but if chance allows us to walk together, who is anyone to challenge our choice of walking companions? When it is time to part, then it is time to part. There should be no regrets. The beauty of marriage is like the fleeting perfection of a snowflake. You imagine how y'all used to draw those snowflakes, and then is a snowflake in a sphere? Is it flat? And I'm like, the fleeting perfection of a snowflake, up and down and in and out and around and around and around. And marriage, the beauty of marriage is like the fleeting perfection of a snowflake. Now, do you deal with all aspects of your divinity? Do you deal with all aspects of your character, your personality, all levels, all sides? That completed circle, that N, that E, Are you taking the time to expand your straight line into a sphere and not just a flat sphere, but a 360-degree sphere of your individuality, dealing with both sides of yourself, your yin and your yang? Are you balancing? Are you at war with yourself? Oh, I gotta impress my daddy because he's the one who started the spelling bee. Now I'm gonna teach him a lesson for not being the father he needed to be to me. I'm gonna join at 40 years old in the spelling match. Are there hidden colors? Are we dealing with the intimacy and the capacity of all that we are as divine energies? Are we, specifically melanin dominant black motherfuckers? How many have seen this series, and why not? And is the power structure, if this movie, this DVD came out in 12 and they're talking about Obama, and now we're into Trump, and we're still being trumped? We're still being played? We're still being... how difficult is it to get black people to watch about who they are as melanin dominant individuals? how difficult is it for black people after 400 or 500 years of psychological enslavement to understand who it was that built the pyramids and what the metanetta or the hieroglyphics or whatever language you choose to speak, the picture drawing. Our ancestors didn't know what language we would be speaking today, but they drew inside the pyramids. They had to cut Richard Pryor off, talking about, hey, that motherfucker looked like my uncle. You mean the Egyptians are melanin dominant black man? No, we can't have too many niggas learning that shit. Cut that information off. This shit came out in 12. All this knowledge and information. 2018. The buck stops here, motherfuckers. 8. What does 8 represent? 2 circles. Circle over circle. Are we going to delve into ourselves? What is a complete circle? What is a sphere? What is the depth of our consciousness? In understanding who we are. Melanin dominant black people, my family, brothers and sisters, and yes, white folks in my family too. But I'm like, what kind of brainwash, what kind of nonsense, what kind of self-hate and misinformation is being dispensed where we don't appreciate ourselves and, oh, a black person said that, I'm not gonna, I'd rather watch Dr. Phil or Judge Judy or Wendy Williams, she's arrived. She's a black woman, still perpetuating not what you find in Hidden Colors. The colors are hidden. Do we even acknowledge the levels of self-hate? The high yellow niggas versus the blue black niggas, and calling ourselves niggas, using our captors' language, speaking English, French, Spanish. What did the brother say? Where is the melanin dominant word for God? I would say it's 8. Just the symbol 8. Sphere over sphere. 360 degrees by 360 degrees. The dance, the Tai Chi dance, 108. Wait a minute. I have the picture of the Pope sucking the male circumcision on the 8th day. Sucking the circumcision, Catholicism, Catholic Church, miles and miles of information underneath the Vatican, and they choose to suck or have a male circumcised on the 8th day. What is the significance of 8 in Catholicism? And who are black people. And where is black self-esteem, black self-confidence? Oh, it's stuck in Scholasticism. Oh, that's right. Our melanin recessive inbred mutant albino wants us to get a proper education. Fuck the spiritual shit. No, no, no. You need to serve a white Jesus. If the color of Jesus didn't matter, why is he white? When in all of the meta-netter, Jesus is black, and even in Europe, Jesus is black. And wait a minute, why is his name Jesus? Wait a minute, they didn't have a J. J is a recent invention of a drawing of the fucking letter. There was no J back then. So why is his name Jesus now? Have I gotten too deep? I'm sorry, I only get about 10, make that 45 seconds left. I've been your host, Brother R.A. I am that I am, and I'm tapping into myself. And I'm just hoping that more individuals, without the aid and assistance of things that would make you be addicted, you don't need Western medicine. You can heal yourself by what you think, what you take in. Just reach a higher level of relaxation. Get your mirror, look into your own left eye. Thank you for tuning in to Brother R.A. and all